Good morning. I apologize for the late start. I honestly thought I had resolved all my tech issues. What a fool. Apparently not, because half my stuff isn't working this morning and I can't figure out why. I'm working on it right now, so most of my stuff was working. Just I couldn't make the connection to where I needed it to go to be able to stream everything out. So I don't know what was going on. But anyway, we are into, I think it is now day 4 of our heat wave in the region that I live in. So it has been super hot. I actually had some real massive issues trying to get to sleep last night. Even though I had managed to cool off the house quite a bit, I think I was just too warm. I should have grabbed an ice pack and tried to cool me off a little bit more as I slept. But other than that, it was a good sleep. Once I did get to sleep, it was definitely a deeper sleep. Week. It's actually been a really good week. It's been kind of a funny week, as a matter of fact, in the fact that it has been a week where the universe has basically spoken for me, or to me, however you want to look at it, I guess. I was thinking for me, but I guess it doesn't really work as saying for me, more as it is to me. Dang it. If everything is really choppy, I promise I accidentally opened up a program I did not want to open, and it may muck everything up, which I think it already kind of is. And sorry, I am just trying to get the chat to open up here for me as well. Bear with me if you are trying to. Good. I managed to keep everything from mucking up, which is good. Seriously? Come on here. Oh. Yeah, things are definitely moving at the. Oh. Things are definitely moving along quite slowly on my computer. So if I end up losing you, I apologize now. I am trying to make sure everything is running smoothly here, but it is not going super well today. Yeah, I can't even close that until it's done opening. Ugh. Oh well. We will eventually. Oh, that's not my password. I don't know what my password is. Oh, there we go. Oh, got that figured out. So anyway, for what I was going to say there is that I've heard, and it's funny because I usually talk a lot to myself about having a really good mindset, trying to make sure I have a really good mindset, and I haven't done a great job of it as of late, which is too bad. Usually I'm really pretty decent with making sure I have a pretty positive and upbeat mindset. And the last little while, I definitely haven't been as good with it, which obviously isn't good. However, I do make sure I try to work on it, and I usually have goals in place for what I'm looking at trying to do, or at least some sort of vague idea. And recently, I have not been following my. Oh. And this week, I've had a lot of things kind of come up, just talking more mindset and goals and setting those things properly and working. So basically every webinar and training thing I went on today, or not today because it's still early for me and I have been up since like 3 a.m. Or anything. So all week long, every training and webinar thing that I've been on this week, and everything I've pretty much read has talked about mindset and goals, which is great because that's definitely something the last couple months have been definitely, well, not so much on mindset, but the last probably couple weeks I've been lacking on mindset a lot more. It did manage to eventually kind of cultivate into some emotional issues that I ended up having, which were all just kind of personal things. So it just ended up cultivating into something where I just wasn't in a good frame of mind, and it just kind of carried on. And it's carried on a tiny bit more still, but I've managed to kind of rework it a little bit more. I've learned a little bit more from all these other people that I've been watching and listening to and reading about, and it's definitely helped a lot more. I also took the advice of a mentor as well, who recommended listening to the Jim Fortin podcast. So definitely, if you've never heard of him, definitely check it out. It's definitely about creating your success, but building from within to building inside from inside out. I think is what it's called. Something to that effect. So basically, it's just kind of working on the inner you to be able to reflect the outer you, so you can attract the success that you're looking to gain, which is something I've always tried to work on. But the last little bit, I've been working on building myself, but I obviously haven't built on a few other little aspects as well, which resulted in some turmoil, shall we say, which was good. I'm like, it was good to get through it all and try to figure it out and just kind of take it, handle it, and work with it, and just kind of work through those feelings and try to figure out what's going on a lot more as well, which I found to be a lot better. So one thing I definitely recommend, especially as guys, because for guys where it's always kind of hammered home, where you're supposed to be stoic, you're not supposed to feel your emotions, you're a dude, just bottle that stuff up and don't ever worry about it. You're not supposed to cry, you're only supposed to feel three things. Like you're supposed to either be mad, happy, or hungry. And I'm sure there's a fourth one which we can all mostly figure out. But how well do you feel when you bottle all that stuff up? I know eventually it's just got to come out in some sort of fashion. And just from my personal experiences, it does come out in some kind of fashion. This one wasn't destructive, which was good. I usually try to keep it from being destructive, but at the same time, it wasn't very creative. And it kind of just put a damper on my entire day. So, I mean, I guess it was kind of destructive towards the day, but it wasn't destructive towards people or property or anything like that, which normally it doesn't manifest that way for me. Usually I'm just really, really angry, and I'm just like brooding and just like, I'm just like an angry face, and it's not a pretty sight. Nobody wants to be around me because I'm just like on attack mode. Not trying to be, that's a lot of times how it kind of comes off, is there's a lot of built up anger inside. I release it not in a very positive or helpful manner, but at the same time, I'm not usually typically very emotionally or psychologically or anything destructive towards people or property or anything. So it's just building up all those emotions. Just eventually you have to release them, and that's kind of what happened a little bit ago. And it just, I ended up kind of just breaking down and just trying to deal with it the best I could, and getting through it all, which was fantastic. Like, I managed to get through it all, and then literally all week this week, I just kept hearing mindset. You got to work on your mindset. You got to work on this. You got to work on mindset. Like, mindset was a big one that was pounded home, and then goals was like the second one that was pounded home. So like mindset and goals. Like, everybody was like mindset and goals. Set your goals, build your mindset. Set your goals, build your mindset. Set your goals, build your mindset. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I got to set my goals, build my mindset. Those are two things I can do because I have done them before. I have worked on these things. I know how to work on this. I know how to expand on my mind. I know how to build on my goals. Like, I know goals that I want to get and go towards and grow with. I actually did a whole webinar a few years ago on how to build goals. It was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot, and it really stretched me quite a bit because I don't know how many people were watching it. I didn't get a lot of contact out of it, but I know there was at least several people that were watching it at the time, and it's on YouTube, and it's gotten quite a few views on it. So it's like, why can I not just build on my mindset and create those goals that I want? Like I have some low level goals. Like I need new tires. Like that's not hard. I'm like I have a guy that says he's got them. I just keep never hearing from the dude. So I'm like, well, like man, I need those tires. But if I don't hear from him, then there's not much I can do about it. Sorry, I'm actually looking for my thing on goals here. Here we go. So I'm just gonna find the stuff that I'm looking for, and then I can just kind of read it here. So. So most people usually do what they call A-type goals. I don't know if you can see my whiteboard super well right at the moment. We'll try to bring that down a tiny bit. Turn off the light. Ooh, that darkens everything up actually pretty nicely right at the moment. So here we'll bring you over that way a little bit here as well. I don't know. Is that better lighting? I hope so. Seems to be a little bit better for me anyway. It's darkened everything up a little bit. Maybe it's just the way I have everything presented right at the moment. So, like I was saying, most people go with what they call, so we're going to go with goals. You can't really see that super well, but so what people typically do is they go for what are called our A-type goals. And these are goals that you know how to do. You know these goals. You know how to get your A-type goals. Your A-type goals, actually, if we turn this back on, does it? Oh, no, it washes it out. Okay. So your A-type goals, you know how to do. These are your present results. So whatever you've accomplished has been your A-type goal because you know how to get them. They are your present results. So, okay, so what's the next one? So a lot of people then move to what they call what is called as B-type goals. And B-type goals is ones that you can plan. So basically, it's not a goal. It's not something you have right now or know how to get, but it's something you can plan and figure out how to get. And then it's what you think you can do. What I think I can do. So, and then people just basically alternate between those two goals, because once they get that goal, then they just plan for the next one, which they aren't sure 100% how to get, but they think they can do it. They're pretty sure they can do it. So they just alternate between those two goals because they know how to do it. They get their present results, then they move on to the next goal, which they plan, and then think what they can get. Those are good for easy things that you want. Like I'm talking easy things that you want to be able to get. If you really want to stretch yourself, though, what they're really looking at trying to do is what they call is C-type goals. This is more fantasy-based. And I'm not talking like fairy tales and dragons and all that fun stuff. No. We're talking something that you, in your mind, that you dream about, that you really, really think that you could potentially be, but it's so far out there that it scares you or you're not sure how you would ever end up getting it. But it's like a fantasy that you hold into your mind, like you really want to be somebody on stage talking to people and really want to be able to be, I guess, like a motivational speaker and really bring this out to people and be on stage and motivate tens of thousands of people at a time, have great content where people are always trying to reach out to you and contact you and just be inspired by you. It's what I want. So it's a dream that you hold in your head, and it's something that you want, like deep down want. So to figure out what your C-type goal really is, what I would recommend doing is just sitting down with a sheet of paper or many sheets, however long it takes, or however many sheets it might take, and just start writing everything down that you want. Literally everything. New tires, new car, new house, new clothes, nutritionist, yard maintenance people, house cleaners, travels around the world, trips, be on stage to inspire people, be a rock star, whatever. Just keep writing things down, no matter how silly or how crazy it may sound to you. That helps get the process flowing and will help you figure out exactly what it is that you are wanting, and it will start fueling the ideas and the inspiration to help you find what you want as a goal. Once you have them down, I've also heard other ideas where you could write down, it's called the 101 goal list. And the idea behind the list is as you move through life and you are starting to find the success that you are looking for, once you start being able to find what you are wanting, and whatever the goal list may be, because you're building your list off of this from your C-type goals, that once you get 101 goals listed, you can start knocking them off one by one, no matter how big or how small they are. Somebody I have been working with off and on for the last couple of years started looking at her 101 list with her husband. They started realizing that they had knocked a lot of things off, so they started scratching things off. And now they have it more in front of them, and they're starting to realize that they are scratching things off a lot more on the list and a lot faster as they start becoming more and more successful and start becoming more and more the people that they want to become. So they have C-type goals, and they have a 101 goal list, and they're just knocking it out of the park. They're just going through and just knocking everything off and getting to their big ultimate goal of whatever it is that they may be looking to get. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what they are trying to. I don't know what their big, hairy, audacious goal is in the end. I think it's to build enough people that they can retire in the next couple of years because of health challenges, but I could be wrong. I do know that they are just getting to their goals and getting them all taken care of and knocked out, though, because they've had a dream and a fantasy of where they wanted to go. They didn't know how they were going to get there. They just knew they had something and that they wanted to get there. They weren't sure how it was ever going to happen. They just dreamt something, and then what they ended up really wanting, and they have a 101 goal list, and they just started knocking things out one by one. Like, obviously, some of the smaller stuff has been knocked off a lot quicker and a lot easier. Some of the bigger stuff hasn't quite come yet, but it is on its way, and it is coming, and they know it's coming. They believe it's going to come to them, and they just keep wanting to make sure it does come to them. Dang it. Oh, thank you for the follow, Lisa Green 007 on Twitch. Greatly appreciate it. So it's a little impromptu. I wasn't going to talk about goals today. I was going to talk about probably something else. However, I thought in the end that goals were a good one. Maybe next one we'll take on is definitely more on mindset. Mainly because, like I said, this is the stuff that's been kind of hammered home to me a lot more the last few days, last week. And it's something I need to work on a lot more. So I'm really glad that whatever power may be that we might believe in has come out this weekend and said, hey, Rob, these are the two things you really need to work on for yourself to be able to move you and your family forward. You definitely need to work on your mindset, because that was the first one and the one that keeps getting constantly hammered home to me this week. And the second one that kept coming up was goals. Didn't come up quite as frequently, so I'm assuming it's kind of my second important one. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be coming up more the rest of the week. But those are the two things over the next while I'm definitely going to be working on. So one of my goals, actually, I can kind of cross off my list, although it's kind of an ongoing goal, is to have a morning show very much like this. However, I do want the production to obviously up itself. And this is what I want to do in the mornings. I would like to do this more frequently, but 2 days a week seems to be working really well for me. So I'm going to keep it at the 2 days a week, unless I can find a way of doing it more frequently. But right now, 2 days a week is definitely my best option for me. It's a lot less stress, and I'm enjoying it a lot more now too. I'm able to plan things out a little bit better. It's not always great, and obviously I still have some issues, but it was really one of those weird unforeseen issues. I really have no idea what happened. Everything seemed to be working, but I just couldn't make the connection to one of the, like, from the software over to the web one, to the web program. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. What is going on here? That's not what I wanted. Oh boy. For some reason, oh, there we go. Streamlabs decided to open up on me as well. I'm glad I didn't kill the stream, though. That was always good. So here's a really great quote from a guy named Brian Tracy. Super smart guy, knows a lot of goal setting. I should be reading a lot more of his stuff. I actually have a few of his audiobooks, so I'll have to start listening to them again as well, along with the Jim Fortin podcast. Remember that one, and remember the name Brian Tracy, and find his book Goals. It's super good. I have it on audio, and it's really amazing. He reads his own books, and he's got a really nice, pleasant speaking voice that's really nice and calm, so you can really absorb it really nicely. So the quote that I have here from him is, "Those who do not have goals are doomed forever to work for those who do." Let me repeat that. Those who do not have goals are doomed forever to work for those who do. So remember, if you don't have any goals, you are doomed to work for those who do have goals. I should really share this whole thing. I just don't have it on my computer, unfortunately. It's really good. I forgot all about this. Man, that's really good. Oh, I should have my brush. I could have drawn it all up for you here too. So anyway, maybe on Tuesday, I will do a mini presentation on goal setting. I think that would be really good, like talking about like goals and how to get to them, and how everyone thinks it's more of a straight line, but it's more of a jaggy line. And yeah, there's just so much. Yeah, I have so many good things on here. That's just crazy. I totally forgot all about this. Yeah, so good. Yeah, we could definitely go through some of this. So yeah, maybe next time we will. I think it would be really good because there's a lot of really good information I have on here that I completely have forgotten about. No, it's really good that all this stuff about mindset and goals has come up, because those two things have obviously other things that I've been needing. So I feel one of the best ways to learn something is to teach something. So I am going to try to teach you about goals next week a lot more than just this. This will be recovered again, but we'll do it, I think, as a webinar style presentation. I will load up my Zoom and have it open, or at least have a video presentation somehow where I can just set it up and have it recording and show you a little bit more about goals and how to set goals and how to work towards your goals, because this is great. Another great one to read and listen to is Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher, especially Bob Proctor, because he has been working on this for many decades, and Sandy Gallagher is his partner at Proctor Gallagher Institute, and they teach a lot about goals as well and mindset. So they are definitely ones to really listen to audio and read books on as well. They're super smart people, and I have a lot of their books, so I should go back and start rereading them. I have a lot of books that I need to go back and reread and listen to as well. So those will be things I'll be working on to get my mindset back to where I need it to be and start being able to set some of those big, hairy, audacious goals that I want to accomplish in life, even some of the little A-type goals that I know how to get. and then some of the B ones that I think I can do, and then the C one, which is my big fantasy and what I want, but I don't know how to get. Don't worry about the how, just worry about what it is that you're wanting to get. The how will come along. And actually, it's funny because one of the things I do want, which I've actually mentioned, is being able to be on stage and being able to inspire tens of thousands of people. And that want, I actually know how more or less to facilitate that with the company that I've been doing some work with as well, again, recently. And I think I can make that happen. I feel like I can make that happen. I just need to get to work on it. I know the steps put in place. I just don't know how long it'll take. And I don't know the when of it, but that's okay. I know what I want. I know what to do. And I feel like I know how I need to get it done. And I just need to go to work on it. I need to work on my mindset and put those goals actually in place and on paper and start reading them. And that way I'll be able to get more of what I want. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm inspiring 5-10 people with these videos at one point. But at the same time, I'm really glad that I'm here being able to help people as well in some sort of fashion, and that they'll be able to go back and look at these later on as well. With that said, though, I'm at almost my 30-minute mark, so I am going to start getting ready to sign off here. So as always, if you have enjoyed my ramblings, you can throw some love at us by going to patreon.com/Eldorado. And you can support the stream through there, or you can go to streamlabs.com/Eldorado, and you can give us a donation there as well, which will all go towards the stream to make it better. Because let's face facts, it needs to be a little better, little less technical difficulties, and being able to have a little bit more fun there. And also, if you would like to see more of what I'm doing, you can go to rob-hicks.com. Or if you want to hit me up on social media, you got instagram.com/Eldorado, twitter.com/Eldorado, and facebook.com/Eldorado as well. All those links are in the chats as well. You can always go there and see where I'm at and hit me up and ask questions. And if you want as well, we have Abundance Brotherhood Discord server as well, which if you become a verified member, you actually get a few different access privileges, and you also get to go on and ask questions at the after the stream chat. So I look forward to seeing you all on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and also in our Discord server as well. So all those links are in the chats, or chats, wherever they happen to be. I'm not even too sure. I just have like one big chat panel off to my right and another smaller one off on the left for another program that doesn't work on the one on the right. So come hit me up, ask some questions. Always there to help. I love being able to talk to people, so I look forward to chatting with you more afterwards. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great day. I look forward to talking to you on Tuesday morning. Wherever you have to be, enjoy your summer or winter, because if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And I hope you have a great day. I look forward to talking to you on Tuesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and always remember, ride hard and live long. All right, everyone, have a great day. I'll talk to you later.